Taylor's girlfriend always claimed her house was haunted, but he dismissed the strange sounds as just old floorboards. He never believed in ghosts. One evening, while she was at work, Taylor stayed at her place alone, and that night, something changed. He recorded a video on his phone, trying to prove nothing was wrong. But then, this happened.
Who's up there? Oh my god, they're like at the top of the stairs. Come down these stairs and I will swing on you, I promise.
When he checked the footage, no one was there. Instinctively, he threw a punch into the air, trying to hit whatever was making the sound. But still nothing. From that moment on, Taylor not only believed his girlfriend, but also came to believe in ghosts. It was just after 6 a.m. when a cafe worker arrived for her early shift. She wasn't expecting any customers that early, but as she approached the entrance, someone was already waiting outside.
Oh my god. Bro.
It was hard to tell which way the figure was facing, until she got closer and realized it was staring straight in. Then, suddenly, this happened.
Bro. What? Oh, girl. Oh my god.
What would you do in a situation like that? A girl was casually recording herself singing. Everything seemed normal until you noticed the background. On the stairs behind her, a hand appears, briefly, eerily, then vanishes. Panicked, she called her husband. He rushed home and searched the entire second floor, but the house was completely empty. Even more unsettling, their dog. It kept staring up the stairs, barking, like it saw something no one else could. This Reddit user shared a terrifying incident.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my god. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm curious.
Sir, please leave.
A man, previously charged with stalking a woman, continued his unsettling behavior despite the warnings. Fortunately, the woman filmed his unsettling behavior, capturing enough evidence to identify the man and have him arrested. A home security camera caught an owl sitting quietly on a railing, its eyes eerily staring inside. It was a little creepy, but also kind of cute. Nothing seemed off at first. But then, looking closer, they'd noticed something chilling. Right beneath the owl was what appeared to be a person, wearing an owl mask. Possibly a burglar trying to blend in or scope out the property unnoticed. What started as a simple animal moment suddenly felt like something straight out of a horror movie. This man had just moved into a new house. He was still settling in when his dog suddenly began staring intently into a room. There was no clear reason for it. No sounds, no movement. Suddenly, this happened.
Jackson is like laser ass focused on this right now. He won't. Like, you alright? I know. I think something's wrong. I don't know. I hear noises, but I'm not even sure. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
And it wouldn't be the last time.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Jackson. Jackson. What's wrong? There's banging and stuff. The fuck?
The dog's reaction made the events feel all too real, something you can't just fake. Is it possible the house is haunted? A TikToker was filming a dance in a quiet parking garage, completely unaware of what was happening behind her. As she shifted to the right, a strange figure suddenly appeared behind her, close enough to touch. She quickly jumped to the left, and it vanished from sight. What's eerie is that the figure wasn't visible earlier, even when she started dancing further back in the frame. There's no clear moment where he walks in. He's just there. What do you think it was? This TikToker, Tanner J. Shelton, was babysitting one night, completely unaware of what was about to happen. He had just put the kids to bed. Around 10:30 p.m., he heard laughter. Thinking the kids were up again, he checked the baby monitor. But instead of the kids, he saw something else. It looked like a hand reaching into the baby's crib. Tanner rushed to check the room, but saw nothing. After that night, he swore he'd never babysit again. Back when the photo owner was in 10th grade, his brother snapped a quick photo while they were squatting. Later, while looking back at the image, they noticed something strange in the background. A faint, white, ghostly figure standing behind them. It looked like an elderly woman in a nightgown or housecoat, possibly holding a cigarette. The strange part? No one else was there. The area was supposed to be completely empty. To this day, they still don't know who or what that figure was. A driver was pulling up to a red light in Sapporo, Japan, when he saw something strange. Right in the middle of the road stood a woman. She just stood there, staring blankly at the oncoming cars, like she didn't even notice them. The driver slowly passed her, phone in hand, filming as she stayed frozen like a statue in the middle of traffic. No one knows why she was there or what she was seeing, but to the driver, it felt like something had taken over. A Reddit user recently shared a chilling story involving his friend's 99-year-old grandmother, who suffers from dementia. She had just been tucked into bed for the night, nothing out of the ordinary. But when they checked the CCTV footage the next morning, they noticed something strange. Deep, unsettling voices can be heard in the room. There were no visitors, no television, no phone, and the home is gated, with no sign of anyone coming or going. Some viewers claimed they could clearly make out a voice saying, "Try to get some sleep." The grandmother softly responds, "Rob, Ron, or maybe Hun." And then at the very end, they hear the voice say, "I love you." Who was speaking to her in the dark? Could it have been a visit from someone who's already passed on? urban explorer Chris Hill had visited this abandoned warehouse before, capturing some truly terrifying moments. He vowed never to return, but something compelled him to go back, and this time things took an even darker turn. Chris retraced his steps, setting up an infrared cameras as he continued to explore a section of the building he hadn't fully uncovered.
It's a weird noise in this room. That's creepy.
A faint whisper echoed in the distance, but at the time, Chris didn't hear it. What happened next would send him running.
It's creepy in here. As I walk, it sounds like people are talking. I don't know if that's just the sound of my feet echoing or what. It's really creepy. Bones are still there. It's nasty. What the hell is that? Oh shit. Something's up there. Holy shit. Holy shit. I know y'all heard that. That scared the shit out of me. I do have my gun just in case. It might have been an animal.
At the same time, his infrared camera captured something strange. An unexplained presence moving through the building. Determined to find out what caused the eerie phenomenon, Chris set up his camera on the top floor. But while sitting on the top floor, this happened.
happened.
Chris was violently pushed to the ground by an unseen force. The impact knocked him unconscious. When he woke, he wasted no time gathering his things and fleeing the building. A woman was recording her dogs when they suddenly started acting strange, like they saw something, but no one was there. Then the woman saw it too.
The dogs are ready for bed. It's just a peaceful night here. Get ready to go to bed myself. What the fuck is that? What? Oh, God! Fuck!
A dark figure slowly appeared near the room, human-like in shape, but too shadowy, too still, unnatural. No one could say for sure what it was. Some commenters pointed out that her saying, "just a peaceful night" at the beginning felt a little too staged, and the dog's reaction, wagging its tail like it knew the figure, made others think it could have just been her partner. But that's all just guesses. We'll probably never know for sure. While staying in a hotel in Columbus, a woman decided to film a storm outside her window, hoping to capture the lightning and heavy rain. Later, as she reviewed the footage, something strange caught her eye. A figure appeared, moving swiftly across the screen. At the time, her only company in the room was her daughter, who was in the second bed and can be heard at the end of the video. The figure couldn't have been her daughter. It moved without making a sound. If it was a child, the footsteps would have been audible. So, what exactly did this woman capture in the hotel that night? This woman had been dealing with a stalker for some time. One day, she spotted him near her car.
I'm recording you, fucker! Hey, I'm fucking recording you! He just fucking bashed my fucking windshield! He just bashed my fucking windshield!
Monica, don't approach him.
Unfortunately, by the time she noticed, the damage had already been done, and the man quickly drove off. Damien and Crystal had just started settling into their new place when weird stuff began happening. At first they brushed it off, just little noises, misplaced things, but then it got worse, and it became harder to ignore. They set up cameras throughout the home, curious to see if they were just imagining things. But what they recorded shook them. Past midnight, their cameras caught something in the hallway. But the next footage was even crazier. One evening, the couple was in the kitchen having an argument, and things escalated.
But they're but they like you a lot.
They're acting fucking rude to me.
They're not trying. That's just how they.
Hey.
But that wasn't all. Another night, Crystal was just chilling when, out of nowhere, this happened. She heard someone come in, except no one had. For them, that was the last straw, and they booked an Airbnb.
Yeah. We're just outside because it's getting weird in there and we don't feel safe being in there anymore, so we're just gonna go to an Airbnb for the night and just for the night. And then we're gonna figure out.
They later returned to try a seance, hoping they could communicate with whatever was there and convince it to leave. But they had no idea it would be a terrible mistake. The shower started shaking violently, and they ran for their lives. Now the house stands empty, and no one knows what's really going on inside. A woman was sitting alone in her car at 2 a.m. waiting on a friend who hadn't texted back. She passed the time by snapping selfies. For about 10 to 15 minutes, she took photo after photo, just out of boredom. Suddenly, a chilling feeling crept in. No sounds, no movement. Just a deep, gut-level instinct screaming, "Leave, now." She started the car and sped off. A few days later, while scrolling through those photos, she saw this. In the very last selfie, a dark, human-like figure was visible, right behind her. All the earlier photos, her back seat was completely empty. So who, or what, was in the car with her that night? A girl was recording her cat, trying to get its attention and capture a cute video, when something completely unexpected happened. In the clip, her cat is seen suddenly sliding backward across the floor, even though no one else is around. The room looks empty, and there's nothing visible that could have caused it. She posted the video on TikTok, and the internet instantly buzzed. Some believed it was a ghost, while others suspected it was just a trick. Similar videos have surfaced recently, many later revealed to be pranks using fishing lines. Whether this one's real or fake, no one knows for sure. In the summer of 2022, a marketing agency rented a villa for a company event. On July 21st, 50 employees gathered, enjoying drinks and swimming in the outdoor pool. During the event, the water level in the pool began to drop, and suddenly the ground beneath the pool collapsed, creating a massive sinkhole. The pool drained instantly, pulling in floats and people. 6 people were in the pool, 3 escaped, 1 nearly fell in but survived, and 2 were sucked in. 1 resurfaced quickly, but tragically, 32-year-old Khalil Kim Hai drowned. When rescuers arrived, they expected to find a shallow pit, but it turned out to be a 43-foot deep sinkhole. The pool began refilling with water, making the rescue even more difficult. After 4 hours of searching, divers finally located Khalil trapped at the bottom. An investigation revealed that the pool had been illegally built on unstable ground, and the owner was charged with negligent manslaughter. A shopkeeper had a strange experience one night in his store in Yemen. When he later checked the CCTV footage, he was sure something was off. A woman, unfamiliar to the shopkeeper, walked in. At first glance, she seemed like a regular customer, but her pale, almost ghostly skin hinted that something was wrong. When he shared the clip online, people noticed odd details. Her hand didn't quite look human, and her voice suddenly shifted mid-sentence. Her face appeared greyish with large, hollow black eyes. Some even claim to see hooves instead of feet in certain frames, though the video is too grainy to confirm. What exactly happened between the shopkeeper and the woman that scared him remains unknown, but his fear was understandable. Tim Clayton received an eerie picture from his brother, who lives in Cincinnati, Ohio. They had just installed motion sensor cameras in the attic, and not long after, this strange image was captured. The person on the left is someone who lives there. There's no mystery about them. But what truly catches attention is the shadowy figure standing right behind them. No one knows who it is. The family swears there was no one else in the attic at the time. Back in 2005, a creepy video surfaced in Croatia. 2 boys were casually filming, just goofing around with a new camera. Everything seemed normal, until they caught this.
Ajmo dalje mi.
Kaj radiš?
Nemam pojma.
A man standing completely still, just staring. He didn't move. They brushed it off, but moments later he appeared again. Spooked, the boys ran. When they reached an apartment building, they got into the elevator. But as the doors opened, the man was inside. Then the video cuts. The story goes that the boys were never found. Neither was the man. To this day, no one knows what really happened. But honestly, it looks a little too staged to be real. Still, a creepy video. A mother snapped a quick picture of her 2 boys. At first glance, both photos seem completely normal. But in the second one, something terrifying appears. In the mirror, a faint image of an older woman can be seen. Some say it's a ghost. Unfortunately, no context came with the images. But look closer. Something doesn't add up. The version with the woman appears untouched, likely the original. The second image seems edited. The reflection dimmed, the curtain and the woman removed. But how do we explain that the woman seems translucent? While watching TV, this person accidentally captured something downright terrifying.
Les cuatro. Sí, hágale, hágale. Uy, marica, venga. ¿Qué hicieron rápido? No, marica, perro, lo grabé, venga.
A small hand can be seen reaching out from inside the closet. It looks like it belongs to a child, but he was completely alone. There was no one else in the room. And this wasn't the first strange occurrence. This house has a dark history, and he's been capturing some truly disturbing things ever since he moved in. Jessie V and her sister Mandy kept hearing creepy sounds from the attic. Though they ignored it for a while, their fans wouldn't let it go. Finally, they gave in and decided to check it out. Mandy went up first and instantly felt off. While she was talking about the layout, the camera accidentally caught something in a mirror. A small, shadowy figure right next to her reflection. It was way smaller than her and had no color or clear shape. Jessie even turned the camera toward their dad standing nearby, but he was too tall to be the same thing. They didn't notice it at the time, but later a viewer spotted a strange figure in the footage, and when they reviewed it, they were unable to find an explanation. Was this thing making those creepy sounds? On March 3rd, 2025, early in the morning, this CCTV footage captured something strange. While walking to his car, something bizarre happened.
Wow.
Next to him, a strange figure briefly appeared, and then vanished without a trace. Was it just a trick of the light? A reflection? Or did this camera capture something truly unexplainable? This photo was taken by 2 friends in their living room. According to the owner, no one else was home at the time, and nothing, no furniture or objects was behind them in that exact spot when the picture was taken. But when they looked closer at the photo, something odd stood out, something that shouldn't have been there. It gave them chills, especially knowing the place was empty and nothing could have caused that illusion. The only explanation left? A ghost. A viral TikTok from Chiapas, Mexico shows strange footage taken at 3 a.m. inside an OXXO store in Tuxtla Gutierrez. Take a look. Some viewers claimed it showed a child's ghost haunting the store, but others pointed out that the figure cast a shadow, something ghosts supposedly don't do. That detail led many to believe the clip was staged. While it looked creepy at first, all signs point to a well-crafted hoax. Do you agree? This photo was taken during Christmas, just a cozy moment at home. It featured his wife and mother-in-law, nothing unusual at first glance. But later, they noticed this. In the yard, a woman can be seen. Something about her feels off. The yard is small, fully fenced with high masonry walls. No one could have just wandered in, and no one at the gathering recognized her. Locals say a Japanese internment camp once stood nearby. Some believe its past never truly left. Could this figure be a remnant of that forgotten history? This car was cruising down the BK Expressway in Singapore late one night when, out of nowhere, the dash cam picked up something strange. A figure stood by the side of the road, seemingly hitchhiking. It looked unusually tall, with arms and legs that seemed too long, and for a moment it even appeared to be floating just above the ground. Was it a ghost, or just a stretched out glitch in the footage caused by the speed of the car? Either way, it left people unsettled. A YouTuber named The Maniac was exploring Maine's back roads with his cousin when things took a strange turn. Just 5 minutes into their drive, a vehicle pulled up and a man stepped out, pointing at the ground. He wasn't a cop and didn't identify himself, but something about him felt off. The maniac quickly hit the gas. Earlier, they had been speeding, so maybe that's what upset the man. A few minutes later, they saw him again. As they passed, they'd noticed the same grey shirt, same watch. It was definitely him. They sped off once more before the man could get out. What did this man want? A man was casually browsing through items in a store, but when staff reviewed the security footage later, they noticed something strange.
Check this out, right? This guy here, watch behind his head. What? Keep watching. Just look at the shelf. It's the weirdest thing.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, what is that?
It's just flowing, I don't know,
Oh my god. Oh my god, that looks like a poltergeist or something like that. You know the thing, you know when they hear about things like flying, oh my god, I don't like it, I don't like it.
It's weird, isn't it? It's weird.
A dark shadow moved quickly behind a nearby rack. No one else was there. Moments later, objects on a shelf across the aisle moved and fell to the ground on their own. There was no one nearby, no wind, no explanation. Some viewers dismissed it as a prank. And for more scary videos, watch this next one.